Yo, guys, it's Dante. I just want to rant for a little bit about this ban I just got. So we're gonna talk about it. I'm 99% sure it's not fair. I want to see some other people's opinions on it. So I'm gonna go through what happened in the match and kind of just talk about it, just explain my thought process. And I want other people's opinions. I want to know if you think this is throwing. What do you think? So we're gonna jump quickly into before the match. I have Valorant tracker, so I could see that's obviously the last match that this guy played yesterday. I saw that this guy was on a pretty gnarly losing streak. He's won only 2 games in his last 10 games, right? So that's that. He's duo with this Phoenix, which had pretty much the same thing. So won 3 games or 2 games as well in his last 10 games. So I saw this and I kind of thought, bro, these people are probably throwing. But I dodged quite a bit, so I lose about 10 RR for dodging, and I have a 5-minute timer. So I was kind of like, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because of this guy. So I had this guy on the team as well, and he's won 8 out of his last 10 or 9 out of his last 10. So I saw that and I was like, yo, maybe me and him can win this because once again, this is my tracker here. This is me, Dante. I won the first 3 games of that day. Didn't warm up, nothing. Just kind of jumped in raw and just had some fun on the game. Played some Neon. Played, as you can see, I also filled quite a bit. But in this game, I think I insta-locked because I was like, I really want to play Neon. And we had no initiator. So just a couple things to just point out before that. So we're going to go to the rounds and we're going to see at what round do you think. Now, obviously, I can't show you guys the replay because I'm banned. So I'm just going to run through these rounds and we're going to say at what round you think I could be considered a thrower. So obviously, killed the last guy. Can't be this round. Here, died second holding this. Got strong. Can't be that round. Here, I'm holding A. Got killed on sight. Can't be that round. Here, I save. I win the round. So I defuse while he's still alive. Kill him. Can't be that round. Here, so this is a key point in my decisions. This round here. So I'm obviously not throwing because I instantly die here. But what do you notice here, chat? These guys are AFK from the start of the round. So I'm holding C in garage by myself, which is why I'm holding this really weird angle on C. I'm calming, yo, are you guys wakey? Are you guys there? Omen TP. So I kind of start turning back to get this to try and save these people that are AFK. And I obviously get timinged by this guy. Omen gets both these kills because they're AFK. So I do not consider this game over yet. I'm not that tilted. I just won a couple games. I go, okay, that's unlucky. Maybe they were busy with something. That's fine. Now we go into the next match. All right, what do we see here? Jets AFK. So I'm on my map, obviously. I'm seeing Jets AFK. He gets a pick. I'm pretty sure I was distracted here as well. I might have gotten like a drink or something. But I do see Jets AFK. Blah, blah, blah. I start reacting here. Unfortunately, very late. I start running over. And guess what? Jets AFK, Jet dies. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to 1v3. I'm just going to play safe, save my gun. All right. So that's that round. Now we go into round 7. So obviously I'm not throwing. I'm not trying to run away from fights. I'm not trying to avoid the fights. And here's proof of that because they push my site. I get a kill on Sky, but what do we notice? Jets AFK. So that's 3 rounds now where Jets AFK. So at this point, my brain goes, okay, but furthermore, I die from something Jet should be holding, right? So I do see Jet there. I didn't really click that she was AFK in the middle of the game. I see, oh, I died to Raze. And as soon as I died to Raze, she starts moving. But Jet was AFK that whole time. They were toxic to me in comms, so I muted all the comms at this point. So I think this is just kind of the only way they could really grief me, was to do this. And I was like, yeah, so I just muted all comms. I do that very, very commonly. Riot can go check this. I probably didn't say anything in the rest of this game. My fucking voice comms were dead for the rest of this game. So I don't understand how I'm considered the thrower here. Anyways, so I died to Raze coming through the flank. All right, so unfortunate timing. I was trying to get this angle here because I thought they'd come in here after killing. Did I have Clove here? Oh, Clove died way early. But yeah, I thought they'd come through here. But obviously died to Raze. They start moving right after Raze. So at this point, I go, this match is compromised. And I don't remember, but if I was here right now, I would go play A Heaven. So here's MMR mitigation. So I know this game's going to be lost. I'm going to play for my own MMR. So I'm going to play for KD. I would start playing Heaven here. Why Heaven? Because there's no other access points, or down here on site maybe. So I'd usually play A site because it has a lot of angles. If they push me, I can maybe get a couple kills. and I can bump up my KD. So round 8, guess what? I do exactly that. Obviously I could have checked this before, but take it for what it is, chat. This is just how my brain works. I do this a lot. If I notice the game's gonna be lost, I start playing for KD. I start playing for training people. I start baiting people. That's not throwing, in my opinion. I'm still playing the game. I'm not AFK. I'm not AFK botting. I'm not throwing my stun at them. I am playing for the win, or like, yeah, I'm still playing for the win. Like, if I can win the round, I'm gonna win the round. But I'm also like, I'm playing for my KD. I'm not gonna go play risque. We'll see that in my emails because I got ChatGPT make me emails. We'll go through the emails in a bit. That's the real tea here. Is really just how bad the support system is in Riot Games. So, anyways, my whole team pretty much insta die. So these two insta die. You'll see if they're not AFK, they're insta dying. They're together somewhere, insta dying. I really wish you could watch the replay and see if they're actually trying to kill these people, but I can't because I'm banned. So here we go. Once again, I'm playing a heaven. I'm still kind of pushing out. I see chamber here. Chamber dies. I'm kind of holding this angle. So this is not really true to it because Sky swings me here and I go over here. Boop, boop. I get the kill on Sky. During this, Clovasi dies in window. So I run to A site. Like I said, I try to get the kills. Now, if I was throwing, I would just sit in this corner and die to Omen there because I'm not trying to win the round. But I did actually try to slide out and kill him. But unfortunately, he kills me. Also, the spike exploded. I didn't realize that during the match. I actually thought I could win that round. Here, I do the same thing. I can guarantee you, I have chat muted, but I can guarantee you they would be spamming my location at this point as well, because that's what they usually do when you play like this, which is fine. I don't mind it. I get it. I'm playing for my MMR. Oh, okay. So this round, they actually push A. You can see I'm trying to fight out window. So once again, I'm not throwing here. I'm not throwing. I'm not deliberately avoiding fights. Phoenix tries to push me. I obviously died to Phoenix. Here is where you can maybe say, no, once again, I'm rotating at the start of the round. They're here. You see me rotate. My team is pretty much insta-fritten dead. So once again, Jet Phoenix dead. They have this site. It's a 4v3 side push. And I just kind of like, I don't see us doing this. I'm probably in chat saying save as well. I wouldn't be surprised. And Chamber dies, Clove dies, and eventually they find me in that spot and kill me after the bomb exploded. Round 11, same. I'm just kind of playing heaven now. Oh yeah, I had a shotgun this round, so I'm kind of just sitting here because I'm hoping I could kill someone. But she just insta attached me. She's just goated like that. This round here, we actually win. So Clove gets 2, Phoenix gets 3. Then we're on to Pistol. Now Pistol, I sit in base again. I'm kind of watching these flanks. So that's usually what I do. Try to get my picks up. Once again here. So I see we have the numbers. I'm trying to win the rounds. So if the rounds are winnable, I'm trying to win the rounds. So it's 3v2. I push up here. I'm trying to hold flank. Unfortunately, I get absolutely just smoked by this guy when I try to swing their defuse. So, yeah, because we had spike down, so I was playing post plant. Anyways, we go on to this round. I get 3. So we go on to this round. I'm sitting. I have a bucket, as you can tell. So I'm in base, waiting for one of them to push me. Like I said, same with Heaven here. I'm playing for the KD. He pushes me. I get the Guardian, but not just sitting there. I'm not sitting there throwing. As soon as I get that Guardian, I go, oh, I have a Guardian. Maybe I can win this round. So I swing out. I get 2, but unfortunately, they're all there, and I die. We move on to this round here. This is probably the only one where you can say I'm throwing. It's a 1v1, and I just don't push out. I just kind of wait the round out. I don't think I had a gun anyways because I bought the Bucky the last round, so I was probably sitting on a classic, just kind of chilling. Then we have this round here. Jet AFK is fully this round now. So I'm have a Bulldog. I'm the first one to kill someone this round. I get first blood. I'm not just sitting in spawn. I swing out to get this guy. Obviously swing out into sight. So I don't understand how this is considered throwing. Once again, Jet's fully AFK. And then here we go into the final round. It's a 4v5. I'm obviously pushing out now. I'm kind of just like, let's just get this over with. And I die. So that's that. Now, I don't know. I don't consider that throwing. I've been doing this a bunch. Never got banned before. So I just feel like it's strange that happens now. Anyways, now the real tea. I basically told ChatGPT to summarize them. I was anyways going to go through these. So basically, I said, I want you to analyze these for a video, blah, blah, blah. I also got ChatGPT to write this because I can. It's Cry Me a River. So essentially, I sent 2 emails. So this is the first one. I said, hello, Riot Support. I'm appealing the suspension because I don't understand why my actions were classified as throwing. During this match, we had a teammate who was effectively AFK. Please review the replay at Jet's behavior. I also have a screenshot of Jet's recent match history that I checked during the game. Once it became clear we were playing at a significant disadvantage, I changed my approach. Rather than taking unnecessary risks in what I believe was a heavily compromised match, I focused on surviving, getting picks, and finishing 12-12-2. 12-12 as well. Basically, I'm saying I played for my MMR. What would have been better? Would have been better if I went 12-22, just turbo running it down. I could find a clip of Extra. Extra is pretty much doing what I'm doing, just the exact opposite. If Extra gets a game where he feels like he's going to lose, he mutes everybody in the game, he throws a TP, he flash TPs, and then he pretty much insta-dies. That's what he does. So how is what I'm doing worse than what Extra is doing on his game? So I just don't get it. Obviously, I don't point that out here. If we go through this whole thing, I'm pretty sure they go over it, but they'll go, this is the first one. Enzo here to pave the way. No, this is the second one, actually. So here it is. This is the first one. This is the first reply I got. Thanks for reaching out. I got how upsetting can be to get penalized for something you see somebody else doing. First of all, I didn't point out in my whole email, I didn't point out anyone else doing what I did. I said I played safe because I had an AFK. So how is that throwing? How is that considered throwing? How is playing for MMR with an AFK considered throwing? So they're just completely, well, ChatGPT will go through all this shit and point that out. So who the fuck is what I say? Also, I think this is ChatGPT because, like, what the fuck is this? It's like they take, hey, I just got this email. How can you deny the appeal? Because I don't want to go into the system and unban this guy because I'm a lazy piece of fucking shit. So first of all, whoever the fuck this guy is, Digital Warden, he needs to get fired. Enzo needs to get fired. I talked to a person before when I got banned for laughing at a guy that was saying he's going to kill himself over a video game. I get a ban as well for like 2 days for disruptive behavior. I think it was Alice. All these people need to get fired because they're fucking morons. I don't understand how the fuck these people, they don't review anything. They say that, like, they reply to these emails in like the matter of fucking minutes. And they're like, yeah, we reviewed it. You didn't. You didn't go watch the match. You didn't watch the rounds. Because if you just literally, if you do this shit, right? If you do this, rounds or duels. Nope. Where the fuck is it? There's a setting somewhere. Performance. How is that throwing? Look at how my stuff's spread out. Nowhere in this game did I just not do. Did I just drop off and do nothing? Now I got 3 at round 8, 3 at round 14, 2 at round 16. But I'm throwing. Fucking ridiculous. Now let's look at Jet. Jet got 5 fucking kills. 5 kills, but I'm the thrower. Actually fucking insane, bro. Anyways, back to this. Dude, I was so heated. This shit pisses me off. I don't even care. Cause like you see here as well. Like I take 3-day breaks. I don't need to play this game every day. Like it doesn't really affect me. But it's the fact that I'm getting falsely accused of throwing when I didn't fucking throw. So like I'm trying to figure out what did I do that was considered throwing so that the next time I try to mitigate my MMR, I can't do that. So what is it? Do I just need to push out to A main with them and then save my gun? Am I not allowed to sit and spawn and save my gun? Like what do I need to do? So if I run A main with Neon or with Yoru and I send a TP back to my spawn and I wait for one person to die and I TP back to spawn and I save my gun, is that not throwing? At what point is it not throwing? At what point can I successfully mitigate MMR loss and it not be considered throwing? Because they didn't say any of that shit. Anyways, that's basically my whole email, right? Doing it, especially if it seems like they're not getting punished for it, but in the end, we're all responsible for our own actions. Even when things get heated, if somebody is ruining your game by trolling and inting, AFKing, or anything else against our rules, send a report and leave the rest to us. I did that, and then I mitigated my MMR. Otherwise, consider that you'll be held the same standards. How? What did I do that was throwing? Please explain. Please. What did I do? Since this behavior was both initially flagged and has now been given a manual review, we're making this a soft case, which means this is any further statements about this behavior will be automatically closed. and then they close my ticket. They consider this solved. So once again, if we just go, like, we'll actually go through my whole email. Hello, Riot Support. I'm appealing this suspension because I don't understand why my actions were classified as throwing. During this match, we had a teammate who was effectively AFK. Please review the replay and Jet's behavior. I also have a screenshot of Jet's recent match history that I checked during the game. Once it became clear we were playing at a significant disadvantage, I changed my approach. So I didn't AFK, I didn't throw, I changed my approach. Rather than taking unnecessary risks in what I believe was a heavily compromised match, I focused on surviving, getting picks where I could, and minimizing my RR loss. I finished 12-12. What thrower ends up second on their team's leaderboard? I didn't grief teammates, use abilities against them, block them feet intentionally, or help the enemy team. My question is, how does that constitute throwing? If your expectation is that the player should continue taking the same risk in a match where the teammate has officially stopped playing, I'd appreciate clarification. From my perspective, I was still participating and playing the game. I simply adapted my playstyle to a situation. They didn't read this shit, is what I'm saying. They didn't address any of this shit, bro, that I believe was largely out of my control. I'm also struggling to understand where the line is. If I had continued taking aggressive fights, once again, they don't address this. Every round, despite being down a player, and end the game 12-22, would that have been considered trying to win simply because I died more? Instead, I chose to play more cautiously and preserve my life. I believe it gave me the best chance to contribute. I'm generally trying to understand why that approach is. Obviously, ChatGPT didn't want me to say I was playing for MMR because they're like, oh, you're proving that you're not trying. I was playing for MMR. I don't give a fuck, bro. If that considers like I'm giving up or throwing, I'm not. I'm playing for my own. I'm trying to rank up. We're all chasing these little RR points. Why am I not going to play in the most optimal way for that? Make that make sense. Make that make fucking sense. Please review the replay, especially Jet's actions, to explain what specific behavior on my part was considered throwing. Thank you for your time. So I was playing for MMR. If we could win the game still, I would play for the win. I have concluded, based on my teammates AFKing, we have lost this game. That's the conclusion. The conclusion is my teammates are trolling, they're throwing. I've got a 3-stack of throwers. I'm losing this game. So instead of tanking my MMR in this guaranteed loss after I'm on a 3-win streak, I'm going to play safe and build my MMR. That's a good, this is a probably a net positive MMR. I don't know how that works, but it is a decent MMR. It's significantly better than ending the game going 5-23, right? Because then I lose 30. And that's for me playing 130 fucking games. Like, this is the conclusion I've drawn. Last act, bro. I hit Diamond 2, last act, right? Diamond 1 was my peak. I was losing 30 RR a game, bro. Gaining 15. I'm playing for MMR now because I'm not going to go through that shit again, bro. I'm playing the best I possibly can play to avoid getting into that same fucking shitty position I was in. Anyways, that's not the point. Back to this. So, now this is the second one. So now I go, hey, Riot, I'm requesting clarification regarding my throwing suspension because I do not believe I threw this game. My previous ticket was closed without answering my actual question. The response explained that players are responsible for their own actions. But it did not explain what action I personally took that was considered throwing. Comparing my behavior to another player's trolling, AFK, griefing does not answer my concern. Please explain specifically what I did in this match that was classified as throwing. I did not intentionally feed, grief my teammates, use abilities against them, block them, or help the enemy team. I continued playing the match and finished 12-12. The match was already heavily compromised due to a teammate who was effectively not participating in a competitive game. Players naturally make decisions based on the situation they are placed in. I adjusted my approach because I believed the match was at a significant disadvantage and tried to make the most out of the situation rather than taking unnecessary risks. I was still actively participating and trying to get value from the rounds. I also want to clarify that my intention was not to sabotage the match or give up. I was trying to minimize the impact of a compromised game and make the best decision available to me. My question is, how does adapting my playstyle in this situation qualify as throwing? What specific actions did I take that crossed the line from strategic play into intentionally refusing to compete? I'm not asking you to punish another player or excuse my action because of someone else's behavior. I'm asking for an explanation of what I personally did to cross the line into throwing. Please do not close this ticket after a single response. Once again, I say that without addressing the specific question above. I would appreciate an actual explanation of the actions for my replay that resulted in this penalty being upheld. Thank you. So once again, I have proof of this shit, bro. Maybe look at this. These are my tickets. These are my tickets, bro. And this is his reply to all that we just read. Hey there, Enzo's here to pave the way. Thanks for taking the time to submit an appeal. I see you've already asked for a review of your penalty, but would like a double check a final time. After the new review, that's not what I said. Did I say double check it, or did I say explain to me what did I do that's throwing? I think I said explain to me what I did that is throwing. Just the behavior. After a new review, I can confirm the penalty was placed correctly and will remain. What did you review? In 10 minutes. What did you review in 10 minutes? How long was this game? Does it say how long this game was, chat? Does it say how long this game was? $29-minute game. What did you review in 10 minutes? Please. Please. What did we review in 10 minutes, bro? Since his behavior was both initially flagged and has now been reviewed, please remarking this as a solved case. I asked you to not mark it as solved. You didn't read my shit. What type of a support group is this? Which means this and any further tickets will automatically be closed. It's the same. It's ChatGPT. It's ChatGPT, bro. Thanks again for reaching out. If you have any questions, concerns, let's see what ChatGPT says of this. Overall summary. The core disagreement isn't actually about sum this up more because I don't care. Here's the short version. Your appeal. You asked one main question. What specific action did I take that was considered throwing? Facts. You explained that a teammate was effectively AK, so you played more cautiously instead of taking unnecessary fights. Facts. You admitted changing your playstyle, but argued you were still trying to win. Facts. You weren't asking Riot to punish your teammate. You wanted an explanation for your suspension. Facts. Riot said the penalty was manually reviewed and later reviewed a second time. They did not explain what you actually did that counted as throwing. Instead, they gave general statements like, players are responsible for their own actions. I don't know why I did that accent. My bad. Both tickets were closed without answering your specific question. Did they answer your appeal? No. They answered whether the suspension would stay, but not why they believed your actions were throwing. Was it automated? You can't prove that. A fair way to say it is, the responses felt, yeah. Brother, what? Brother, what? Okay, so that's that, chat.